So this is my video about walking sticks, but also something else. So on the left you see also a regular umbrella, which is quite sturdy and quite a big one, but still is a lot weaker than the next umbrella. This is more of a umbrella that we use for a wedding, so very robust. And next to it is, they call it an unbreakable umbrella. So this one is even more robust, stronger tip, and they have a different approach. They have a polypropylene shaft instead of the steel ones of the other ones. Next to it is a very lightweight adjustable walking stick. So it's aluminium but very light, and you can adjust it to fit a very small size, almost like this. So to store it, for example. Next to it is a walking stick of light aluminium, the orange one, orange-red one. And it carries some survival items like a compass, a window breaker on that tip here. And it has a pointy bit, so the knob that hits the ground is more for rough terrain, so it's quite pointy. Also it could carry a saw or something like that. Next to it you see the same principle, but then more robust aluminium, far thicker, far heavier, without all the added functionality such as a compass and all the other stuff. Next to it you see more of a shepherd-like walking stick. Peterdale's also examining it here, with a hook in it. Another hook design you see next to it, this is more of a old X-inspired design. Both are completely plastic. And next to it you see a full aluminium walking stick, so a very elegant type of walking stick. And next to that you see a steel tube with a narrow, small diameter layer, and it has some limited prying ability, so there's a very small pry bar at the top that you can also take out. Next to it you see some cold steel, so these two are also CS. So you see here the Walkabout, so simple walking stick, and next to it is African walking stick. And on the end you see something completely different than a walking stick. This is they call this a fitness Macebell thing, so it's far too heavy, 4 kilograms, but it could be used for training, for example. You see it here. And also the other walking sticks could also double up as training tools, of course. So just get some cardiovascular exercise, but also some strength and fitness and flexibility. Of course, the main theme is, except the Macebell here, which is a fitness tool, all these other tools could be used as a walking stick to a degree. Of course, if you use the umbrella, you have the drawback that it will bend over all the force that you could exert on it, but the light work could help. Could still hold up. The same will be with this collapsible walking stick. If you are too heavy, you will have troubles with it. This umbrella here could be the best of both worlds. So it could give you some cover against rain, but could also double up as a walking stick. The benefit of the straighter edges that you can see here is that you can also use it a little bit to lean on. For example, if you want to sit, but there's nowhere to sit on. Those could help, of course, as well. Now I will show you some of the features of each individual stick or the likes. Let's start with the Macebell. This African walking stick, as you can see here, it also has a flat area, and as you can see, it can also stand on its own, quite in balance, like the other CS product as well. But even if you want to, you can place it, if you balance it out, probably on the top, if the dog stays away from it. But either way, so you have a walking stick, quite sturdy. Also you have good room to hold it, if you want to use it in a different way. For example, to push something away, it won't slip that easily. Also it has, here it says African walking stick, and also has a nice non-slip foot on it. Of course, you can always saw this. This is just polypropylene plastic, so if you're a little bit shorter, you can saw it off. It has a similar design as the Walkabout. This is the Walkabout, as you can see here depicted. Walking stick, but this is also polypropylene. So the benefit of polypropylene is that it doesn't rot, it doesn't bend, it is quite sturdy. But this is a more simple design. For a pure walking stick, I think this is a better one for most people. Why? Because the knob on top is not as extremely big as the other knob is. The African walking stick is a little bit shorter, but also the knob is a lot bigger. So it takes a little bit more toll of your hand. But I must say that even this, with all those little points, is still quite comfortable to the hand, but this one is better. Another benefit is the features of each individual stick or the likes. Let's start with the Macebell. So here you see it. It also has the weight somewhere on it. I think it's here. So it says 4 kilograms, and it has a heavy knob, of course, and then you have a steel tubing towards the end. This is a Crossmaxx Macebell, 4 kilograms. So you could swing this in L types of things, also 360, but I don't want to hit the dog. And if you look at those other sticks, it has a similar design as the Walkabout. This is the Walkabout, as you can see here depicted. Walking stick, but this is also polypropylene. So the benefit of polypropylene is that it doesn't rot, it doesn't bend, it is quite sturdy. But this is a more simple design. For a pure walking stick, I think this is a better one for most people. Why? Because the knob on top is not as extremely big as the other knob is. The African walking stick is a little bit shorter, but also the knob is a lot bigger. So it takes a little bit more toll of your hand. But I must say that even this, with all those little points, is still quite comfortable to the hand, but this one is better. Another benefit is that it is a little bit longer, and also if you want to slide it, especially with a fitness tool, this could prove some beneficial properties, because you can easier slide than with all the resistance you get from the African walking stick, of course. But this also gives more grip, so it depends on what you want.